Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a book tag, and this one is called the end of the year book tag, and it's one that I really like actually, because it's just basically a way for you to look at the rest of the year and to look at your reading plans for the upcoming months. So I'm going to leave the original video in the description as well as the questions, and without further ado, let's get into it. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So yes, multiple, because I read multiple books at the same time, but I'm going to talk about two of them. The first one is The Manship by Robin Hobb. This one is the second book in the Life Ship Traders trilogy, and I'm really loving it actually. I'm about 30% into it, so I need to finish it, especially because I also would like to read the third book in the trilogy. I think the name of it is Ship of Destiny. I would like to read it before the end of the year as well, so I need to finish Manship. And then the second book is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, or Suzumiya Haruhi no Jutsu. This is the light novel version of this story. So with this one, I've actually already started the anime once. However, I then realized that there are two ways of watching the anime. You can either go chronologically, or you can watch it in the way that it was broadcasted, because it was broadcasted out of order, so it's like more confusing, but people seem to like it better. And I realized that I was watching it chronologically, and then I was upset, and so I stopped. And I've never picked this story back up, but I was really enjoying it. So now I'm reading the light novel, and I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I've read very little from it, but I love the writing style. I love the narration. This is narrated by one of the main characters. So the main character is Suzumiya, but the secondary main character is Kyon, and he is just this very sarcastic guy, and so his narration is so funny. So yes, I'm really enjoying this, and I really want to finish it. The second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Yes, so the main one that I want to read is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and this one I really want to read. I mean, I already wanted to read it, but then earlier this year I watched the TV show, and I really liked it, but I know that the book is supposed to be very different, and so I'm excited about that. I'm actually excited about the fact that I'm gonna get two different stories in Hill House. So that's my first pick. And then my second pick is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I don't know if this is autumnal, but the cover does give me those vibes. So I don't know. And just YA fantasy in general gives me autumnal vibes. So this is my second pick. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to read it. This is a YA fantasy retelling of Romeo and Juliet. So I'm really excited about it. The third question is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes, actually yes. So earlier this year, I read Twice Shy by Sarah Hogel, which is an adult romance book that I really loved. It became one of my new favorites, and so I'm actually really excited about reading the next release of this author. It's going to be a Christmas book called Just Like Magic, and I cannot wait. And then obviously I want to read the last book in Mistborn Era 2 by Brandon Sanderson, The Lost Metal. The next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, I have 3 picks for this one, and as I've said before, I still want to read Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb before the end of the year, but besides that, I would love to read Who Goes There? This is the novella that inspired the movie The Thing, and The Thing is just, it's a perfect movie. Okay, to me at least, that movie is perfect. I see nothing wrong with it. It's just so thrilling, so tension-filled, and so exciting, and the acting is so good. It's so well directed as well. The pacing is so good. It's just such a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite horror movies as well, and so I can't wait to read the story that inspired it. And then the other book that I still want to read is The Road. This one is a classic, and I cannot wait to read it. I really like post-apocalyptic stories, so I can't wait. The fifth question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? So I'm not quite sure about this. I think my favorite book so far of the year it's probably Assassin's Quest, but it might be a toss-up between that or Thunderhead, but I have some other options. So like I said, Who Goes There was a novella that inspired one of my favorite movies, so I figure if this story inspired one of my favorite movies, maybe it will become one of my favorite books. Then I'm also going to continue the Archivist Scythe trilogy, hopefully, and the last book is called The Toll. So I've just loved the first 2 books in this series, and Scythe is one of my favorite books. Thunderhead is up there as well, so I just figure The Toll is a good contender for favorite book as well. And then lastly, this is a bit of a cheat, but currently I am reading a manga series called 𝐻𝐸 and I've actually already watched the anime for this series. I watched the anime when I was a kid and I absolutely loved it. And so right now I just felt like re-experiencing the story, and I'm thinking maybe this manga series could end up being a favorite by the end of the year. I don't know. We will see. And then the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2023? The answer is no. I don't really make reading plans that far in advance. I'm a mood reader, so I just like giving myself space to read whatever I want. So no, I have no plans for 2023 as of now. So yeah, that was it for this tag. I had a lot of fun answering these questions. Please answer some of these questions in the comments as well. Let me know what autumnal books you're planning to read or what books you still need to finish by the end of the year, because I would love to know. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye!